Yes, sir. You already know what time it is. Back here, sir. Small game on the ground for the Monger House. Just go to the pound and ready for the next round. So, with that being said, make sure to grab your snacks, your drinks, your weed, whatever the fuck the case may be, and we finna jump right into this episode. My right nostril is fucking clogged, and it pisses me off. So it's hard for me to breathe through my nose. So, with that being said, let's jump into this episode, man. The title of this episode is live, whatever you want to call it. We're going to check out 3 different topics. Maryland is shit. You'll see why. It's the first thing we're going to check out. It's not the title of the video that we're going to be looking at, but that's what I named it because Maryland is shit. Then we'll be looking at your boy FX Fearless. Then we're going to be looking at Andrew Tate. So with that being said, let's jump into this, man. Let me go ahead and get this pulled up first. Just so I can make sure the audio is straight. Alright, we're good. Alright, let's get this up on here. So, come on now, man. Alright, let's get it, man. Look at this shit.
It's to be sold in...
Look at this shit. Condoms in preschools. Lawmakers shocked by blue state's new proposal. This is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. So let me go ahead and turn this up right here. Just because y'all know these news channels be copyright the hell out of it. With that being said, let's jump into it.
The Maryland State House advancing a bill that would permit condoms to be sold in vending machines on public school campuses, including preschools. Republicans in the legislature say it's going too far. Maryland State Delegate Kathy Shalega is calling on parents to wake up, and she joins us now. So here's what Maryland Department of Legislative Services says about this bill that's making its way through the State House. This bill repeals the misdemeanor prohibition against an associated penalty for selling or offering for sale a contraceptive or contraceptive device by means of a vending machine or other automatic device at a kindergarten, nursery school, elementary school, or secondary school. And I think a lot of people at home are saying, what?
All of us on that, well, most of us on the House floor said exactly that. What is this? So we offered an amendment on the bill on second reading when you can amend a bill to just say, look, just high schools. You know, we wouldn't like that either. The Republicans and the Maryland Freedom Caucus would not like that, but they rejected it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of schools that are teaching abstinence, right?
Well,
and,
right.
you know, maybe abstinence until marriage in the best case scenario, maybe abstinence until you're in college, but to put condoms in a vending machine puts it right there in front of you. But why, what justification is there for doing this at a nursery school or a kindergarten? I mean, unless you just want to make a very broad brush law that doesn't take a lot to interpret it.
It makes no sense whatsoever. And, you know, the intent may have at some point been high school, but when they rejected our move to just make it high school again, I, like you, would say you're discriminating against traditional families that don't want their 14-year-old daughter going to a high school and walking down the hall in front of a sex vending machine.
Right.
But, you know, putting this in a daycare.
Do you know what this is for? It is not for the children or the students. It's for the fucking pedophiles that run these schools. That's what it's for.
Or nursery school and, you know, into a preschool. It's
absolutely disgusting.
I am a grandmother of 2 beautiful 10 and 7-year-old girls, and I can't imagine them walking down the hall and seeing a colorful condom vending machine with condoms and other things in it, and then having to have a conversation with a 7-year-old. You know, Mama.
Next thing you know, if they do this shit and they make it legal and they're going to put abortion pills in these things, dude. Like it's fucking crazy.
What's a condom? What's in that machine?
Well, maybe they're thinking if we run out of balloons to make balloon animals, we just go to the vending machine. So here's what Maryland State Delegate Nicole Williams said, trying to justify the move. Listen here.
It's not dictating what school systems should and
it would be a black bitch, bro. It would be a black bitch, too.
shouldn't do. It's not mandating anybody to do anything or suggesting that they should do something. It's just removing a criminal penalty. The sky is not going to fall if we pass this bill.
I guess what she's saying there is it's not like you're going to suddenly see condoms at preschool. It just removes the criminal penalty, and then schools are free to do
Criminal penalty for what?
what they want to do.
Raping a kid? Come on now, bro.
Well, that's how they start, right, John? They start by saying, oh, don't object to this. But in the meantime, there was another bill on the Health and Government Operations Committee to put Plan B, birth control pills, all kinds of things in high schools.
Did I not just say that, dude? What the fuck? Yo, this is crazy, dude. This is crazy. This is crazy. That's wild, bro. That is absolutely insane. That is absolutely insane.
So, they're playing chess. Plan, first move, we remove the penalties so we can get the vending machine in the high school and other schools as well. And then next year, they're going to come back and they're going to put birth control pills, Plan B, condoms, as I told them on the House floor. Next year, you'll come back to regulate it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is how it works.
And all of this at the same time as they're also taking away a parental opt-out provision for education about gender identity in schools, too. So, and then we'll keep watching your Safe Girls in Sports bill, which you've been trying to advance. We're watching what's going on in Maine. And in fact, State Delegate Laurel Libby will be joining us next hour to talk about that. Kathy Shalega, great to meet you.
Great to meet you. Thanks for having me on.
I want to know what penalty it's talking about. Let me go back and see if they said it.
The Maryland State House advancing a bill that would permit condoms to be sold in vending machines on public school campuses, including preschools. Republicans in the legislature say it's going too far. Maryland State Delegate Kathy Shalega is calling on parents to wake up, and she joins us now. So here's what Maryland Department of Legislative Services says about this bill that's making its way through the State House. This bill repeals the misdemeanor prohibition against an associated penalty for selling or offering for sale a contraceptive or contraceptive device by means of a vending machine or other automatic device at a kindergarten, nursery school, elementary school, or secondary school. And I think a lot of people at home.
I'm so confused. Why would you want to get rid of that, bro? Like, these people are sick. Straight up. Trying to legalize the sale of condoms and birth control pills and all types of other shit in schools and preschools alike is absolutely horribly disgusting. And y'all wonder why I'm not even going to say Republicans, but Americans, real Americans, cannot stand corrupted politicians, whether they be on the right side or the left side. They cannot stand it. We cannot stand them. They have to go. They either have to die or they have to be deported. Because this is not it. This is not it at all. At all. This shouldn't even be a question. It shouldn't even be a debate. Next, they're going to try and legalize sexual assault against a minor. And then they're going to start legalizing pedophilia. Then they're going to start legalizing bestiality. Then they're going to start legalizing everything. Like, this is how it starts. It starts with one thing. Like she said, it starts with one thing, and then it leads to another, then 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 another. It's not it, bro. It is not it, and it has got to stop. It has got to stop. With that being said, we're going to move on to the next topic, which is your boy FitX Fearless. It says, FitX Fearless tears apart a guy who spent his whole entire paycheck on a stranger. I guarantee you it was probably some online dating shit, and it was a dude that scammed him by way of catfish, or was a female that in general that just scammed him. Let's get into it.
And that I can use the clips however I choose?
Let me slow this back down.
For sure.
How can I be?
Okay, bro. Calling from Canada, and we just need some looks maxing advice, career maxing as well, and the dating life aspect as well.
Gotcha. Okay, you need a bit of everything. We might not have time for that, but what's going on in dating right now?
Man, dating has been tough. Ever since I moved to Canada, I think a year and 3 months ago. So it's been tough out here. But back in my country, Nigeria,
Nigeria, yeah,
yeah,
I know. Right. I'm
uh,
Nigerian. I know.
yeah, I know. So
Okay.
like it's been good out there, like girls on rotation. But since I moved here as a student, so I think the time and everything, like just
The time. What's going on with the time? Maybe it's cold in Canada, but
yeah, I mean the time, like as a student, you're working and
Mhm.
trying to pay bills as well. So there's literally no time to socialize much. You know.
No, you just got to find it. You got to just make the time. You got to put the time in your calendar, right? You don't need to be going around trying to talk to every girl you see. But if you're in good shape, if you're confident, you can be approaching women. You can be on dating apps. You can be meeting women that way.
Yeah, I've gone on a few dates as well, but they lead to nowhere. Like,
Oh, how come? What did you take them?
um, you know, there's this particular Indian girl I took to dinner once at a time. Like, I mean,
Dinner.
yeah, I could have,
Dinner. You
yeah,
took her to dinner.
yeah, dinner, dinner night,
Stupid.
yeah,
No, don't do that ever again. Don't take the women you don't know to dinner. What the
right,
hell she getting dinner for?
yeah.
Where you took her to lobster? Where you took her?
It's like it's a cozy, nice restaurant. Yeah, Italian. Like,
How much you spent?
man, I would say about $90 or so.
That's pretty much. That's a lot for you, no?
Yeah,
You don't got no money.
yeah, I know.
You spending $90 and you ain't even making $90. That's crazy. How much you make? How much you make an hour?
As a student, you don't work full time, so I don't work full time, so I don't
How
really.
much you make an hour working part time?
Um, Probably I think about 19 thereabout.
So you took you. So anytime you got one thing I learned about money, right?
Yeah,
What has really helped me was stop spending money like an idiot. I think about how much I would make in an hour and how much that thing costs me per hour. So you spend $90 on a damn date. That is about not almost that's eight plus hours of your life working that you spent on a dinner date. 8 hours of you working. That's a fucking day. You don't even make that much money in a day. And you gave it to a girl on a dinner date.
it's crazy,
That's insane. Okay, so what did you get out of that dinner date?
man. Like why I spent such money. The girl came from another town to see me, so like she put in the effort to I think she came like an hour 30 minutes drive. She came over to see me. So
So
I just
why did
have
you go to dinner? Why didn't you bring her back to your spot?
yeah, she would have come to my spot, but I think she had a program she had to go back to. Like, like it didn't just,
Why didn't you just bring her to your spot instead of going to dinner? Is what he said. That this chick used you to go eat a fancy dinner and then left you. She threw you to the side like a used condom.
just work out like, yeah.
What? Hold up. So she couldn't have come to your spot, but she could have gotten the dinner.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it's majorly my fault, though. I didn't plan it or like it's just
So
my
what happened after the dinner? She went back home?
yeah, she went back home. Like I would have gone to see her, but everything like it
It
just
fell
didn't
through.
work out. It just didn't work out. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Let's stop taking women on dinner dates that cost us 8 hours of work. Okay? So that's a lot of money. All right. Let's see the physique. Let's see what you look like.
Yeah, I just started going to the gym. I think about 6 months ago. So not really in the best of shape, but
You're Nigerian. I cannot imagine you being that terrible of shape. All right.
yeah.
All right, man. You can be a lot leaner than you are. But your chest looks nice. How tall are you?
On a good day, 5'11".
On a good day.
A good day. Okay. So your body can be a lot better than that, right? It can be leaner. Are you going to the gym?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. You gotta do some cardio so your abs can show so you can look better. But listen, if you're making $19 an hour, you can still afford to date, at least not no fucking dinner date, right? You can put yourself out there. You can approach women. Aren't you? Why aren't you approaching women on campus?
Man, my campus, like, there's literally no, like, I don't find most of them attractive on campus. So, like, I don't know why. Even in my
Well,
class, so, like,
what
They're just fat. They ugly. They wear too much makeup. I can't imagine every single female on campus not being attractive.
part of Canada you in?
Ontario.
Got you. That's gonna be tough, right? I mean, I don't know much about Ontario, but you got to figure out how you can diversify how you're meeting girls, man. You got to get on dating apps or something, right? Yeah, man. So you can meet women without having to spend $90.
Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, gotcha.
All right,
Um,
that's it.
Looks marketing advice and yeah, and also my career advice. I don't know, like
What's your career?
I had a bachelor's in computer science, but right now I'm taking a degree in cybersecurity. But I'm focusing on getting more certifications as well. You know, trying to advance getting certifications.
What happened with the computer science? No jobs.
No, I just came to Canada just for more opportunities as well. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, so that's it.
So you're trying to do cybersecurity right now?
Yeah, I'm doing that right now. I think I'll be done in April. Yeah, but right now I'm just probably pursuing some certifications as well. You know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay. I mean, the cybersecurity is decent. All right. I know computer science right now is unbelievable, but fuck, you gotta do something. How long is your visa?
Yeah, I've been like 2 years visa.
They only gave you 2 years?
Yeah, then after that, I think you'll be eligible for 3 years work permit. So
That's tough, bro. I don't even know if that's enough time to finish school.
you can navigate through that. Yeah.
Okay. Whew. All right, man. You gotta get to work. All
Yeah, work. Yeah, sure.
right, man. Have a good one.
Then I'm asking for the looks marks in like,
Yeah, the physique is mostly what you need to work on. The physique.
I
You
think,
got some acne. You
yeah,
gotta start washing your face, bro.
yeah, I do. I do. The weather is crazy here.
The weather has nothing to do with your face. You wash your damn face. You get a skincare routine, man. Wash your face so your
Yeah.
face can look nice. Let me see the hair. All right, man. You got to get a lineup, man. Cut that, bring it down, rock the fade. I mean, you spend nine. When was this damn date that you spent $90 on?
Like it's been last year, I think October.
So you haven't been on a date since October?
No.
All right, man.
That's
Let's get a
tough.
haircut. You can afford one. All right, let's clean up our faces. Get a regular skincare routine, basic skincare routine. I use T+FITXFEARLESS.
I do have a skincare routine, yeah, for sure.
Okay, so use some sunscreen too, so you can.
Women don't give good blowjobs anymore. Please. Oh no, we gotta look at this. We gotta look at this one next.
How's it
Yeah,
going, buddy? How's it going, man?
pretty good, pretty good.
Okay. Do you acknowledge this is live and not to use the clips however I choose?
Yeah, that's chill. That's chill.
Okay. So what's going on with your life, man?
Yeah. No, I'm a sophomore at the U of A. I have no problem like getting women or anything, but I low-key haven't had a relationship in a really long time. So I've just been trying to like, I go out to bars maybe once a week, and I pretty much came to the conclusion that like I'm not gonna find like a loyal chick at bars. Like I'll
Dude, no, duh.
find a hookup, but usually it's like a one-night stand and doesn't really continue. So I'm wondering if you have like ideas of things I should start doing to meet more of kinds of women of that caliber, or any thoughts, pretty much.
So let me shift your thinking real quick, right?
Okay.
Because you can meet a girl who
If you go to an environment that is shitty, you're gonna find shitty people. Plain and simple. If you go to a bar to find a female, that female likes to go out and party and have fun and probably have sex a lot of nights out of the week. You're gonna find a female who likes to sleep around. If you go to a club to find a female, well, that's just straight up fucking retarded because you're finding a stripper to date. She's obviously going to cheat on you. She cheats on you for a living. Retard, dude.
Who's also for the streets in the grocery store. You can meet her on a dating app. You can meet her you can meet her at church. So let's shift your thinking. Guys, you still have to do the work to determine if this girl is a good girl or not, and not let the location that you met her do the work for you. A lot of you guys think, oh, if I meet her at Bible service, she's an angel. Got some bad news for you, buddy. So don't let the location, let her actions over time show you who she really is. Who she is over time will come out in fruition. So
basically, I've been met like, let's just say like a dozen of these chicks, and I swear that I come to know them. It's like, yeah, they're going out like 3 to 4 times a week, going to fraternities like twice a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't know if I could deal with that for a girl that I'm trying to date.
I know you should not want to deal with that. But what I'm telling you is you can meet a girl who's already been through that phase and now she's reborn.
Is that a real thing though? I met a girl like that one time.
Is that a real thing? You think women? This man is asked if that is a real. You don't think that women go through their whole phase?
Do people really change though? Like later down the line?
Change? I don't think they change. They just become more. They become more aware of their circumstances. So what happens when women change is usually that they are no longer getting the attention that they usually get, or they realize that them fucking every dude moving ain't gonna get them a commitment, or that them being a thought isn't gonna get them taken seriously. That's the ultimate realization.
Okay, I'm with
Women want to be women want to be taken seriously. They want to be taken seriously, no matter what their past is. This is why they tell you guys, "Oh, my past doesn't matter. Everybody kind of doesn't." Yeah, the fuck it does. Yeah, the fuck it does. Because your past determines your future. Your past is an indication of your future.
It also, personally, I think it also determines the current value, your current value as a female. How many dudes you sucked or fucked. And this is why I say this, right? People say, oh, well, no, it doesn't do this. It doesn't lower your value. The reason why it lowers the value of a female when she sleeps around is because she is giving herself away to everyone. Maybe not literally everyone, but figuratively speaking, she's giving herself away to everyone. Why do you think nobody wants an OnlyFans chick? Because she has given herself away to the world for $5.99 a month. So, when a female sleeps around all the time, she is degrading herself. But when a female does not sleep around with every dude that she sees, when she knows how to dress properly, when she carries herself in a certain way, she respects herself and she respects and appreciates the value that she knows she has. Straight up. You know, people talk about, oh, the Bible suppresses women, this and that. I've heard that stupid ass shit. But do you know what God says? He says that a God-fearing woman is far more valuable than any type of gold or gems or pearls or diamonds or anything you could find in this world. A God-fearing woman is far more valuable than pearls and rubies and gold and all that. Far more valuable. And that's a fact.
So women, selfishly, and we have our own selfish things too. Let me make this clear. Us men, we do some fucked up shit. Most men are lazy as fuck and want beautiful girls. And then when you get a beautiful girl, you don't treat her right. And then you wonder why. Listen, both men and women are fucked up. But women selfishly will want to have their fun and then be taken seriously.
Do you think like fucking a girl is one of the first steps to potentially having a relationship with her?
I think for me, this is just me. This is not, I want you guys to do whatever y'all want to do. For me, I can only trust a girl if she fucks me fast. I know that's crazy. I know that's insane. But hear me out. Because you know she possibly has already done this before. But what I would tell you is this: women don't fuck every dude fast. No wait, because they make some guys wait. They play games with some guys. So in my experience with women, the faster she fucks you, especially in the social media age, right? The more you know she has genuine desire for you. And that's where we're going to start. Genuine desire for me. If she doesn't have genuine burning desire for me, I don't want her. I don't know what her ulterior motives are. I don't know what she got planned. But if she's not really into me, I'm good. Because everything else could be made up. Everything else could be fugazi. It can all be bullshit. Right? But if she fucked me, I know she at least finds me physically attractive to where she would let us be intimate. And then we can go from there.
All right. What would you here's a kind of a not off topic, but low off topic. What would you say to chicks that like want to hook up but they don't want to fuck, or like they want to fuck but they don't want to give head? Is that some like
they don't want to give head?
He said they don't want to give head.
I've been heard that from like multiple people.
I don't know, man.
I don't know if you heard.
Is it what? What is it called?
Giving head's retiring.
Retiring?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know where this dude is at, bro, but I ain't never heard that before.
What does that mean? That's some Gen Z shit?
He probably seen some like liberals saying that shit on Twitter, and now he thinks every female's not gonna do it no more. Like, come on, bro, you can't be one of them incels that believes everything on the internet.
Yeah, like they don't fuck with it no more. I don't know.
Man, these girls.
They'd rather fuck, bro.
They'd rather get fucked than suck. What is going? What the fuck? Bro, we're living in end times.
Oh, we're living in times because females don't want to have sex. It's crazy, bro.
Wait. You telling me that the girls are fucking now, but they're not sucking dick?
Yeah, low-key, I had that happen like twice.
And I've never heard of this shit. So maybe you got to teach me what's going on. They call it retiring.
Maybe you may got something a little different, but I don't know.
They call it retiring?
No, she actually said that. She's like, yeah, I retired from giving head, but like...
What does retire from giving head mean?
She probably did it like 200 times and was like, fuck.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Hard to say, though.
I don't know. I think a woman giving me head is like a submissive thing. If a woman ain't sucking my dick, we ain't gonna last long.
Ooh.
We ain't gonna make it. We're not gonna make it.
Okay.
So that's just me. But listen, you guys have different, whatever works for you, bro.
Do you think like approaching a girl in the gym would be a good idea or no?
No, bro. Leave the girls in the gym alone.
He said no. Straight up. He said leave them alone, man. They be looking for reasons to crash out for attention in the gym. I mean, they dress in tights and like sports bras and tight ass tights or booty shorts. Bro, I will never forget, every time I seen this one chick come in the gym, there's always this fat bitch, bro. And she always wore like tight ass booty shorts, and it would piss me off because you could just see the dimples and the wrinkles in her fucking thighs because she was fat, bro. And I'm just like, that is disgusting. But they do it for attention, to get people to look at them, and then when you approach them, they call you a weirdo and they call you a creep and a rapist, and like, come on, no. The gym is not the environment to find females, bro. I'm just be straight up honest with you. Because they probably also at the same time, even if you do get their Snapchat, whatnot, you're going out with them, you know they're fucking their personal trainer, straight up.
Around campus. You go to Alabama?
University of Arizona.
Arizona. Okay. Oh, goodness.
Certainly around campus. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah. I would be talking to girls around campus. Any girl that you see, don't be the guy running across campus talking to every girl. But if you see a girl that you find attractive, have a conversation with her. Listen, this is going to be the time in your life where you see the most amount of women.
Yeah.
Get good at this shit now. Get good at being able to talk to women now. Because after you leave college, you're not going to be around this many girls. All right?
Very true.
All right, man.
Bye.
Wish you the best.
Heck no, bro.
It's live, and that I can.
I ain't never heard of that shit before. Retiring from giving head is crazy. With that being said, let's move on to the last topic of the night, which is your boy Andrew Tate. Who is behind the
window,
Matrix?
you have to say the things you're not allowed to say. That's the reason I say the things I say. That's the reason I say them the way I say them. That's the reason I've done the things I do. To push the window over the Overton window, till eventually it gets large enough. We're not talking about decorations, we're talking about the position of the tree at all. That's why I'm largely misunderstood.
When I came here, like I got so many texts that don't do this, because like I'm innocent, stupid, 24-year-old in the European Parliament that is associating myself with like you, that you have like all this kind of drama around your name. So, but I was like, fuck them. I want to talk everyone in the world, even people that they killed, even people, I want to understand what they said, and this is the world that I want to live, to hear the perspective of the others, and maybe I'm wrong. Like, a lot of people don't like you in the
Oh no, I would have told him, hey, do not touch my leg. My hand would have wound up like, not the thighs, not the knees.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame.
Maybe in the United States there's a bigger number of people that they like you. We're a bit more, I think, leftist in Europe as a whole.
Which is why you're being destroyed by the American government. It's a
You
scapegoat
live
of the
in
American-
Europe.
I know.
We are getting destroyed.
I can't
Don't
leave
put
yet.
yourself-
I can't leave yet, sir. The second thing I want to talk about is gender equality. We can sit here and give off 1,000 examples of how many times men have taken personal damage to do the right thing for society.
Also women.
Also women, name some. Name some. I have to sign for the police quickly, and then I'll answer the rest of that question. It's good
Time for the
time.
police.
I'm on house arrest. I'm on house
Every
arrest.
day?
Yeah, every day I have to sign, yeah, it's boring.
Fucking hell. We sign also in the European Parliament. We get 350 euros every day. We go there.
You know, when Europe talk about AI, it's like when you see a poor man talking about Ferraris. You're just sitting there going, a very interesting point of view. When you ain't got any. You ain't got one. So shut up.
Bro, I couldn't do it with this dude touching me all the time, bro. I would slap the shit out of him for real.
Elon's made the AI. America and China are in an arms race for AI. Europe doesn't make any AI because Europe doesn't have any companies. It does anything important because all the companies are legal.
But that's why we need to change this, because if we lose the biggest race in the history of humanity, we're fucked.
I have a different appeal I'm going to make to the American military, which has spent its time going to Middle Eastern countries where the local populations hate them. Instead, please invade Europe. Please invade Europe, Trump and Elon. Please invade Europe because the locals want you here. This is actually very interesting because we go back into gender for a second.
You love going back to the gender.
No, because
you love.
I like to.
Enough of gender stuff.
Sure. No problem.
Who are you, baby?
Who are you? You're the member of European Parliament, sir. You're the important one. I'm just a kickboxer.
Answer my question, though.
Who am I? Well, I've managed to become
Dude, I tell you what, Tate's patience is crazy. Because I would, the second that he tried to grab my hands, punch him right in his face. You keep your fucking hands to yourself, bro. I do not like other dudes touching me.
pretty influential figure online. I feel like I've been saying things that everybody has already been thinking for a very long time. I feel like I've said that water is wet in a time where it needed to be said. But I've become a massive inspiration to the masculine youth of the world, which has also painted a target on my back. So to answer that question professionally and compendiously, it's hard. I'm a kickboxer, I'm an influencer, I'm a businessman. I am a political prisoner inside of the beautiful country of Romania. I'm lots of different things. What about you? Because you were a YouTuber and now you're the most transparent politician inside of the European Parliament. So what would you say?
Well, today we're going to talk a lot about politics, about what the metrics is, because I think I see the metrics, I'm from the inside and I see what this, and I'm not sure if this metrics is like something organized. I think it's just bureaucracy. Wouldn't you agree with? It's just basically the system.
Well, that's a really good question because I've had lots of different theories thrown my way. They'd say that it's organized by these shadowy figures hiding in a room somewhere trying to destroy the world. And then some people just blame incompetency. Some people just blame bureaucracy. Some people just blame lots of different interest groups, which are all trying to constantly compete, which of course is human nature. The banks want certain things and the farmers want something else, and all these different powerful lobbies pushing against each other. So yeah, what is the matrix? It's a really good question. And I guess the real question is also, because you're a lot deeper into it than I am, how deep really are you? Like, how much power do they really have in that room? Is there another room? How does Ursula keep winning when no one likes her? Like, what's really going on maybe behind that? I don't know. You know more than me. Is that an illusion? Is democracy real? Is the matrix something else behind that? The reason I would say, however, is that it is organized and it's not bureaucracy, is because there are some subjects which you simply cannot seem to vote your way out of. It doesn't matter what team you vote for, you cannot avoid going to war with Russia. Everybody is saying give money to Ukraine. Everyone in the population, every European doesn't want this. Everyone's saying no. But no matter which politician you get in there, all they talk about is how they must send money to Ukraine to fight Russia. Unlimited and unchecked migration is another one. Most Europeans want their country to stay like the country they remember. They want people around them to think like them, look like them, speak the same language. That's what they want. But it doesn't matter who you vote for. You can't seem to get it. There are a few subjects which are just beyond democracy, which would, I guess, beg the conclusion that it is being planned. It is being orchestrated by somebody.
Immigration is one thing that we are going to talk later about. But so you are saying that there is some people behind orchestrating this. Is this kind of something billionaires, George Soros, and all these types of people? I don't know, like that. These people are saying.
Well, it's interesting because money is the simple answer. It's easy to say that they're doing these things for money, but at a certain level, and I can even talk from personal experience, and I'm really not that rich. Money doesn't become interesting anymore. What becomes interesting? Power.
We're going to talk about exactly how rich you are later.
Well, we can give a number. But you're not interested in money, you're interested in power. What you want is people to do as you say, which is why you want money in the first place. So you can hire staff or influence elections, whatever it is. Money is power. When you get to a certain level, you're no longer interested in the money because the money is something you print. It's something you make up. It's imaginary. The money's not real, as we all know. So from there, you're primarily concerned with power over and control over people. So then you'd have to ask yourself, and if you don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, and I try not to be, I try to be very logical about these things. Who wants absolute control over the European populace? Well, the leaders of Europe, as well as the enemies of Europe. There's lots of people who would want absolute control over the European populace.
We are talking about incentives now. Who has an incentive to control?
Yeah, who has incentive and who has influence. So who can do these things? Who can influence the politicians to always, constantly, no matter what, dedicate themselves to self-destruction, dedicate their economies to self-destruction, to go to war with Russia, despite the fact their constituents don't want that? Who has that kind of power? Well, you'd argue, if I had to...
The Illuminati, the Freemason, the Skull and Bones, the Bohemian Grove, the Knights Templars, and all of them. They want to destroy Russia because Putin is not under their control, just like Trump is not under their control. So they want them both gone. They want them gone so they can control Russia and control the U.S. They want them gone. Why do you think Zelensky is always getting all that money, even though he said half of what the U.S. sent didn't even get to them? I don't know about that, son. Are you sure? Are you sure it just didn't go to a private account, offshore account in your name and just pretended like it didn't get to them? Or did it really not get to them? They want Putin and Trump gone.
To guess, it would be banking interests, it'd be BlackRock.
I am wondering if Putin and Trump are the last two leaders, world leaders, that are not under their control, that they have to get rid of before they can enact. They're one world religion, one world government. That would be very interesting. I don't know. I don't know if it's true, probably not true, but it's just an idea. It's a thought. What if Putin and Trump were the last two world leaders who were not in alignment with the one world government? That would be crazy.
It could be the people who want all the Ukrainian land. It'd be the American deep state who make all the weapons. I mean, there's very few powers on the planet influential enough to say to every single politician, no, we're going to war. It doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't matter who dies. It doesn't matter how expensive energy gets. We're going to war, and Putin is bad, and he has absolutely no reason to do what he's doing. He's a madman who must be stopped, and he's going to come and he's going to take Poland and Romania. He's coming for Cyprus too, probably. Black Sea Fleet. He's coming for everyone. This garbage, and it is garbage, a lie. There's only a few entities on the planet powerful enough to do that. And those entities are, of course, very rich. But I don't think it's primarily just about making more money for them. It's about getting more influence and more power. If BlackRock is trying to push Europe into war with Ukraine so we can get hold of Ukrainian land.
How do they get more influence, though, when they do that?
Well, that's a
Or
really
more
good
power?
Okay, so again, primarily through the media. I mean, things have changed since Elon bought X. Things have changed with your videos. I'm genuinely a huge fan of yours. The things you are doing to show transparency inside the European Parliament are life-changing. Sir, truthfully, you're a hero. Before this, before you, there's not a single person on the planet who even cared about European Parliament. And I'm talking about me, someone who's interested in politics. If they said, have you seen European Parliament today? I'd be like, no. Bunch of clowns. Nobody was even interested because we knew it was a joke. The average young person has no interest in this garbage, which allows them to get away with whatever they want to get away with, if they had any control at all, which perhaps you know more than me. But if BlackRock want to push us into war in Ukraine so they can have control over the fertile lands of Ukraine, this is not a conspiracy theory. This is a well-known fact. BlackRock will be behind lending money to Ukraine. It's a loan, so that if they win, Ukraine has to repay the loan. And of course, Ukraine has no money, doesn't even have a currency. So they repay it with assets. What's the only asset they have? Fertile land. Is BlackRock trying to do that to make more money? Perhaps, but they have a lot of money. Primarily, they're doing that, I believe, to have more control, more power. If they own all the fertile lands.
So they prey upon weak countries to take them over. That's crazy.
In Ukraine, they're going to have control over the next politician who's in charge of Ukraine, no matter who he is. And that's what they want. The whole world has only ever been a battle for power and influence. So how does BlackRock, how do these very deeply entrenched,
But
how do they control politicians? I'll answer.
How they are going to repay, let's say in a hypothetical war, Ukraine, their debt that they own to these countries with land?
What else are they going to repay it with? Taxes? They don't even have an economy.
I don't know. It's an interesting...
Yeah, they're going to repay it with land. They're going to repay it with their natural resources. And they're going to repay it, most importantly, with their compliance. They're going to repay it with the same way the mafia makes you obey. You owe us money, so you better do this. It doesn't matter if Zelensky lives or dies. The next person who comes in owes a lot of money to very powerful interests, and you better obey. So this is what I was saying earlier, how about it's not about money. They don't care about getting a return on their investment. They want the influence. And it's the same
But as a byproduct, they get even more return on their investment.
Of course they do. Of course, absolutely. But primarily...
With more power as well and influence.
Absolutely. But primarily in their mind, they're not chasing money. They're not saying, oh, I'll give them $100 billion, I'll get $105 billion back. They'll say, I'll give them $100 billion, I'll have influence, I'll have control, I'll get them to do whatever I want, and I can rape them for money later.
They give them $100 billion, and in turn they get slaves, they get people who are bending to their will to quote unquote pay off the debt, and they get control. Straight up.
They have money. I'm talking from a person who doesn't have anywhere near $100 billion. I don't care about money. It's like, how much money to make them obey? Sure, done. Clean the house. That's all humans do. You hire a cleaner, you hire a taxi driver. What do you pay him for? Here's money, drive me where I want to go. Everyone buys influence. So they do at a higher level. You asked, how do these people influence politicians? Well, before Twitter, before X, before social media, before people like you, primarily they do it through the media. You're a politician, you want to have a job. If you piss off the powers that be, the media will just come out and slander you to the end of earth like they've done to me. They'll say every day that you're a bad person, every day that you're morally corrupt, every day you've done bad things. They'll then at the same time funnel endless money in our world, to them a fraction of a penny, into your competitor's party. And then they'll say to everyone around you, if you support this guy, you're gonna get wrecked like them. He's a sinking ship because he isn't obeying. If you support him, your campaign's going down the drain too. Before you know it, you have people who want to keep their jobs, who realize, this game's rigged. And that's how they buy the power and influence, via the media. The media machine is nothing more than a propaganda arm for the deep state. All they do is push the narratives they want pushed. Indeed. The media wasn't allowed to say COVID's not scary. It was instructed to scare the populace. That was the whole point of it, so that everybody complied. It's the same now, trying to scare everyone into believing that Putin's going to march into fucking Berlin. It is garbage, but that is their primary job. So that's how they control the politicians, via influence, the media, and financing. And that's why you can't seem to find a politician who will go against these things no matter what their population says. Politicians aren't working for their constituents anymore. They're working for the people who control them. They're working for the people who allow them to live or die. You look at a politician and say, why isn't he doing what his people wants? Because he doesn't work for his people. He works for the person who puts money in his bank.
They work for the powers that be. And the powers that be work for Satan. So, in conclusion, they work for Satan.
And it's not the people. And that's the unfortunate reality. And
it's changing this, and we're going to talk about this as well later. But I want to tell you kind of my theory on this.
I'd love to hear
from the inside. Maybe you are looking deeper than I am looking from the inside to have this answer. But my answer is never underestimate human stupidity. So, in a way, it's like 70,000 bureaucrats.
Yep.
In Europe there that they are working in this institution. The system is so confusing, so above everyone. So they built something that is incapable to run in a way without this, without the parties kind of having influence the parties from inside. So it's like the people, actually, I'm a European lover. I think Europe is a net positive.
I love Europe.
I'm curious to hear your thoughts, because you seem a Europe skeptic from what you are saying, a lot of the stuff that you are saying. But I think as a whole, if you put it on the scale, the stuff that is the benefits for Europe is a lot.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. It is hard as hell to understand half of what he's saying.
Bigger. But anyways, so a lot of the times from this, these people are like very good people. Like you talk to them, they're good. But yeah, what you said, that I have a lot of, like even the president of the European Parliament, when you talk with here, Roberta Metsola, and a lot of other high rank, they're so cool people, but they're just playing the game to be in their position.
Of course.
So they are very smart, they're super smart, they sit down, they're like you and me, chill, they're having jokes, making fun and all this stuff. Yeah. But when there's time for them to do the right thing that the institution assumes the right thing, they are doing it. So it's not, but kind of the culture is like this. And also what you are saying about the democratic deficit, like a lot of the time, most of the time, we are not voting based on the voters of the European Union. Most of the times we go against it. And I proved this like a lot of times with the polls that I'm doing. 85%
want something and we vote against it.
85% of the people hate Ursula von der Leyen. They don't want her to get re-elected. And she ended up getting the majority. And why does it possible is because everything is happening behind closed doors.
Doesn't that argue my point though about influence? Doesn't that lend to my point about how there's shadow deals and shadow figures which are in charge of things and influence? And you just said people are cool in person, but they're trying to keep their jobs and they go along with the institution. Doesn't that just say what I said about how democracy is all garbage?
But I'm not sure if there is something behind. This is what I'm arguing. I'm just arguing that it's just how it is so complicated for them to keep their job. So I'm not sure if there is a higher power from behind influencing everything.
I understand what you're saying. And as a professional,
I'm just seeing from the inside. This is what I saw.
As a professional, I have to sit here and cede credence to your insight. You know more than me. You've been in the European Parliament. It would be unprofessional for me to sit here and say you're wrong because you know more than me. However, I would argue from a hypothetical point of view, If I wanted to give the illusion of power to the people, and I wanted to build a democratic system which couldn't truly go against the interests of the deep state and the matrix, but to make people believe they had power, would I make a simple and transparent system, or would I make a large bureaucracy, which is nearly impossible to trace and track and understand? And I would be able to hide behind the idea of stupidity. Oh, it's stupid and it's big and there's lots of people and no one really knows and there's so many. Oops, we all vote for exactly what the Matrix wants. Oops, we all vote for exactly what the Matrix wants. It's because it's big and complicated. To me, and I'm talking as a professional, if I was in charge of setting up that illusion, that's exactly what I would do. I would try and make people believe in the idea of stupidity. And I know it's actually a very comforting thought. Oh, they're not evil. They're just stupid. Well, if you're sitting in a trench in Ukraine as Russian shells drop down on your head, does that make you feel better? If you don't go and see your grandma die because it's against the law because of COVID, do you feel better? Oh, they're just stupid. They're not evil. Does that make you feel better? If a migrant arrives on a boat undocumented and stabs your little girl and kills her because they don't close the borders, do you feel better that they're just stupid instead of evil? It doesn't matter if they're stupid or not. They're acting with evil intention. Indeed. Even if that was true, which I don't even believe it is true. I don't believe they're stupid. I believe this was set up on purpose so that they can deliberately convince the population. Because I hear it all the time. In Romania, they say all the time, we say we have a beautiful country, but our
they hide the truth in plain sight. Straight up.
Politicians are stupid. Oh, they're so stupid, are they? They're so stupid to get hundreds of billions of dollars from the EU and be above prosecution and do whatever they want without you doing shit about it and selling you out. And they're the stupid one while you sit here working a job paying your taxes. They're stupid. No, they're not stupid. I don't believe this stupid garbage. I believe the system is set up on purpose to convince the population that they're just stupid and it's big and it's bureaucracy. When in fact, it's a deliberate smokescreen. And it's done that way because if they wanted to have control over European Parliament, which was genuinely democratic and genuinely transparent, they couldn't.
Well, I only talk what I see.
I respect it.
So
I respect it, sir. I respect it. And so do I. I respect it. And I know you know more things than I do. But I'm just trying to sit here and discussing power dynamics. I'm just sitting here talking how it would be very easy for them to control such a large bureaucratic system.
Indeed, because they have fooled the masses into believing stupid bullshit. Crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. I mean, you gotta respect the fact that Tate respects those who, quote unquote, know more than him. And he acknowledges that they know more than him. And he respects the fact that they know more than him. You gotta respect it, man. You gotta respect the fact that he's not an arrogant cock that thinks that nobody can be smarter than him or whatever. No. When he understands that there's somebody else in the building or around him who like has more knowledge in something, he will straight up be like, yeah, I know it's unprofessional for me to sit here and think that I know more than you and blah blah blah. Like straight up, bro. That's one of the things I like about him is he I'll put it like this. Real recognizes real. Straight up. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Make sure y'all share with your friends, your families, mummies, aunties, or grannies, and everybody else that y'all know. I'm going to let Nate Diaz take the last bit of the live. Deuces.
Hey, it was a fun tour. Going out here and all this shit all over fucking USA, and I'm done with all this shit. I'm cool off all this fucking talking shit. I got a whole team to represent. I don't want to do none of this. I never did want to do any of it. Fuck this nigga and fuck his team, bro. I'm out. I gotta go. Square up with yourself, motherfucker.